Hello and welcome to episode 48 of Dunk's Movie Corner or Dunk's Movie Corner Pod or Podcast, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is. That's who I am. This is just a quick little recap of what I watch in a week, either TV, limited series, or movie. And if you're looking for more than just a rant at you and more of an actual ramble between two people, I'd say check out the Movie Bros podcast, which this is almost a companion podcast too, because a lot of the movies I talk about on here we go into a lot more of an actual discussion with my brother and I, Hayden. So, yeah, that is something you might want to check out if you're ever curious. But before we get any farther, you should know you can reach out via Spotify, Instagram at Dunks Movie Corner Pod. This is also on YouTube if I did this correctly, so it's just automatically uploading to there. Just something fun I do once a week for like 10, 15 minutes. And sometimes these episodes are short, and they're like 2 or 3 movies that I talk about or whatever, because my week's been busy sometimes. It's been a very shut in, I'm staying at home and just watching movies all week kind of week. So either way, this week, somewhere in the middle, and there's some like asterisks here, but I started this week with the 2015 Dawn Verdean. This has got one of those like kind of oddball casts, like Sam Rockwell, Jermaine Clement, Amy Ryan, Danny McBride, Will Forte. Uh, it's a kind of an. It's I think it's supposed to be a comedy, and there are funny bits. I love Sam Rockwell in pretty much everything, and it's his movie. Uh, there are parts that I don't know, I could check in and check out with and be kind of okay with. So I would say it's fun. I would not say it's a great movie at all. I'd probably call it like a 1.5 to 2 out of 5. Yeah, one of those movies where I think I've actually seen it before, but it was so forgettable that I kind of just forgot that I'd seen it. So there's a couple points where I was like, man, I feel like I've definitely seen this before. But either way, from there, that was earlier in the week. And then Friday through Sunday, I was out of town at a wedding. And the Airbnb for the wedding had these two big old school CD or DVD booklets, that you can slide in the little like plastic sleeves, just full of old movies, which was kind of fun. So Friday night and then Saturday morning, while we were just burning time before the ceremony and everything, we cracked open a puzzle, had some drinks, and watched several movies. Granted, part of it is they were on in the background. Part of it is we were actively watching, so I'm counting them as a watch. I don't know if I could say, oh, I watched every single second. So, FYI. So we started that evening with Shrek, because of course, why not? A very solid 4 out of 5, if not more than that. If you know any of the backstory behind like the making of Shrek, and because it was like basically the start of DreamWorks animation and how that came to be, pretty interesting. Also, just a great cast, enough of a kids movie where you take the kids, but still the balance of like, oh, there's still stuff for adults here, which is great. And then I'm sure I've seen this at some point in my life. I really don't remember any of it, but we watched the 2004 Shark Tale with, again, also a pretty well stacked cast of like Will Smith, De Niro, Renee, Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Martin Scorsese just as himself. Yeah, I pretty much remember nothing of this, and the bits that I looked up from the puzzle because we were focused, even though we didn't finish it because we were missing a lot of pieces, which that's not our fault. The parts that I did look up and sit there and watch, lots of fun. The animation definitely, it's definitely of that time, but it's not even like. So Shrek was 2001. This was 2004, and I feel like Shrek was better. Like the animation was better. There's lots of fun bits. Um, but yeah, I would call it a very fine 3 out of 5. I'm not gonna be like, guys, you have to watch the 2004 animated Shark Tale. That's not going to be the thing that's going to be rolling off my tongue. From there, and we also did not realize that we were just puzzling / moving / drinking till pretty fucking late. So we cranked out quite a few movies. But we ended the night with White Chicks. Boy, I don't know if they could make this today. This is it's definitely from 2004. The Wayans brothers, Marlon and Sean. And I didn't realize that Keenan Wayans. I didn't realize it was three brothers. I thought there was only two. Either way, he's the director, but stupid fun. It's a good amount of like turn your brain off, just enjoyment. So for that, I very much appreciate it. It's, again, I'd say a 3 out of 5. I'm not writing to anyone, be like, guys, check this out. This is amazing. From there, so I think this was Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning. Me and my buddy's girlfriend had already waken up, and we were out in the lounge area, just kind of like waking up more or less. But my buddy was still in his bed, still crashed. And the night before, he had referenced he really wanted to rewatch Hercules for whatever reason, and we hadn't. So to coax him out of bed, and it completely worked. Like within minutes, he was like, "Oh," popping his head out the door, like, "What are you guys watching?" Uh, we watched Hercules from 1997. All I can say about this is Meg is, I mean, sure, obviously when I was a younger lad, but even now I'm like, man, what a babe. But like I was talking to him, my friend, about this, but I don't inherently want someone who's just going to roast me. But like there needs to be banter, there needs to be like wit if there's going to be some attraction. At least, again, that's what I feel like she gives off. She gives off a little bit of too much roasting for me, but yeah, I don't know. Great, very fun movie. Danny DeVito as, God, what's his name? Is he a stag? I can never remember what he is. Felicitas? I can never, or Felicitas? Either way, Hercules, yeah, very solid. Like a 3.5 out of 5 for me. It wasn't, at least personally, that was not one of the Disney movies for me growing up as a kid, but very, very fun. Good way to start our pre-wedding day. And then right before we left for the wedding, I wanted to get in some romance vibes, so I put on, again, this is all from this book of movies that the Airbnb had, so don't judge me for these choices. There wasn't a lot of, they didn't have every movie, is what I would say. I put on Dirty Dancing, the one with Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze, and especially at the time, I mean, I'm sure when I saw this as a young lad, Jennifer Grey, who is also the sister from Ferris Bueller, she's so goddamn cute. However, watching this now, because I haven't seen this in a long time, there's so much of it where I even Google it, like, she's supposed to be playing 17, and she looks it. And Patrick Swayze says he's supposed to be like 24, 26, even though he's like 35, and I think he looks 35. I kind of get the, like, her father in the movie be like, "What are you doing hanging out with my child? Like, don't, like, get away from my like little girl." Like, they call her baby, but she literally, I mean, she is a baby. And I mean, there's lots of fun dance and romance and all that fun stuff, but yeah, just something that I kind of didn't really think about the last time I saw this at some point. So either way, I would say a very solid 3 out of 5. But yeah, just the age gap. But on the flip side, I definitely had a big crush on Jennifer Grey. So curly hair, cute girl, it happens. That I would say I'm calling it my week. I will reference, because again, those are all movies. I will sometimes watch shows. I am going back through Daredevil, the Netflix that changed into Disney Plus show, which is very, very good, with my dad. And then I'm last night, because plot twist, some drinking was involved at this wedding, and pretty much all of yesterday, like legitimately all of yesterday, was just recovery time. I finally got to the point where I could actually stomach food and be comfortable, uh, but I wasn't super tired yet. So I binged through, because again, each of these episodes are only like 20, 25 minutes. I binged through most of season 2 of Fleabag because I love it. And Fleabag and the priest. Oh my god, that's I don't know if it's the writing, if it's the acting, or if it's both, but it's fantastic. I've watched it several times. You might have seen memes or stills or reels or TikToks, whatever. If you haven't seen Fleabag, both season 1 and 2, I really recommend. Very, very good. I believe it is on Amazon Prime. From there, yeah, that's kind of it. We will see what this week's movies or shows or limited series holds for me as I get back into the swing of normalness after a weekend away, which, very fun weekend. Wedding was fantastic. Love both the bride and the groom. Congratulations to both of them, of course. Yeah, this has been, what did I say, episode 47, 48? feel like we're getting up there. I feel like we're doing pretty good. I'm trying to be a lot more consistent with this. I believe we're on 48. So 4 more to go until having done a full year's worth, more or less. I'll have to check when I uploaded the first one. Obviously, I haven't been. There were times where I was not super consistent with recording and uploading, so I'm sure it's probably not exactly 1 year to the day, but we're getting close. Thanks for listening to the rant and the ramble. Let me talk at you for, 10, 12 minutes or so. And yeah, hang in there. Tell your friends, family that this is a thing. Again, if you want something more long form, check out the Movie Bros. And I will see you all next week.